Husbands and a bachelor. Yo, peace, Jess. What's going on, man? You guys all right?
My
I'm
My,
always chilling.
yes, sir. I'm good too, man. God woke me up this morning. I'm still here, so I'm doing great. Uh, Gentlemen, actually, June. Why don't you start us off with some of the questions you got for us tonight?
Ka,
yo,
I want to know, do you think married people should be allowed to have friends of the opposite sex?
well, first of all, just how you phrased it, should they be allowed? Being married with somebody doesn't make them your boss. First of all, that's what people have misconstrued. A lot of people think like, okay, all right, I'm married now. Like, my wife calls the shots. Like, happy wife, happy life. I don't live by that. I live by if she's happy, I'm happy, we Gucci. Because for us to keep our family growing, to keep showing the kids as much love as we want, or sorry, that they need to have, we need to be on the same page, right? So if you like, I hold my wife in a higher standard because, in the way as she's a unicorn, or like I would do anything for her. But when it comes to should I be allowed to have a motorcycle, she doesn't look at it like that. It's like, yo, that's something you want, cool, but make sure you're careful. Should she be allowed to have male friends? I don't look at it like that. I look at it as if before we started dating, you had a good homeboy, you guys went to elementary school and everything, you guys were still friends, cool. Like, I have to respect that. I can't just be like, you can't have that friendship. And I think it should be the same, vice versa. Like, if I actually have I got two homegirls that I went to high school with, and we're still close. Like, we talk. They've come over, to see the kids and everything. Like, it's not, it's like we're friends. They've met my wife. They came to my wedding. But I know in some relationships, like, that's a no go. That to me, it's like, well, why can't either the male or the husband or the wife have a friend of the opposite sex? Because if they can't, that means there's no trust there, right? And it's, I don't know, like, it depends what type of friend it is. Like, if it's, how can I say this? Okay, rather than rambling on too long, I'm just saying, look, yes, like, there shouldn't be anything wrong with that. There should not be anything wrong with having a friend of the opposite sex. But if you're a person that toes that line often, then that's on you, and that needs to be fixed. So, I mean, there has to be that. It's like, if I'm hanging out with one of my homegirls, I'm trying to grab on you, trying to do this, and I don't respect my marriage, I don't respect my wife, and I also don't respect the friendship because I'm doing this to you, and we're supposed to be friends. So I think if somebody makes a connection, they happen to have a friend of the opposite sex, cool. But there should be those boundaries, and being an adult, you should know, okay, there's certain, like, if you have a friend that's a female, she's sending you booty pics, it's like, come on. Like, my wife sees that, like, I thought you guys were friends, like, listen to this, So that's one, like, she's disrespecting the friendship and the marriage. But I think it's okay, but I mean, there's a lot of people that don't. I could ask my wife, but do you think, yeah, like, somebody that's married, are they allowed to have a friend of the opposite sex?
I support the opposite sex relationship, but I would draw the line if there was any sort of like sexual history. Like, no, that has to be cut off and done.
Rex, you want to piggyback off of what they saying?
Honestly, like, I hear Kyle when he says, like, if they were friends with whoever before you guys got married and stuff, it's like, all right, that's already there. That friendship has already been built over the years, right? So, like, I get it, but, like, honestly, I don't think so, because I know, coming from a guy's perspective, like, guys are trying to be friends with girls to get the cheeks, like, point blank, period. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I'm telling you. And then
Is this
guys,
if both of them
especially,
are married as well?
say it again.
Is this if both of them are married as well?
Yeah, yeah, they could be even if they're married as well. Because let's give you an example. Before they were married, homegirl put him in the friend zone. Mind you, he wanted to get in, sexual relations with her. She was like, I just want to be friends. He was cool with it, ran with it. But I'm telling you, if there's that one time, again, I'm giving an example, she just, she gives the friend the green light, he will jump on that immediately, yo. Immediately. Something that will jeopardize the friendship, because at the end of the day, that's what they wanted in the first place. They wanted to get the cheeks. So they will sit in that friend zone for years.
But remember, he said should married people be allowed to have.
You can if you want to. Me, I got a big family. I got all my male cousins over here. You got your family. Nah, homie. Nah, because I know men. I know men. Nah, I know men. They want the cheeks, so trust me. Nah. Nah. That's me though. So yeah. Drew, what's up, bro? What do you think about that though?
Here's how I used to think. If I was friends with them before I knew you, there's no reasons why I would break that friendship. There's no sexual thoughts in my head. It's more of your husband is now, he's going to receive the love I have for you because you have that love for him. So for me, it was more of along the lines of, I can be your friend where I care for your kids. Like I said, I care for your husband, and there's literally no sexual thought, nothing. But like you said, I know how men are. And the reason it's more along the lines, should married people be allowed? It's because I think just like it's a law for you to wear your seatbelt. I think it would help married people if they didn't have friends of the opposite sex. Not that I think I would ever do anything to betray her, but I think a high percentage of men would ruin their marriage. I believe Kyle would be good. I believe, I know I'm good, but I believe we should suffer not having friends of the opposite sex for the 99% of men who will ruin that. I feel like just like you said, we know guys. Temptation. We know. You should even get rid of that temptation, because there's no way it's going to help your relationship. I don't see how that relationship is going to help your marriage. There's no way it's going to help it. There's no way what are you going to talk about that's going to help your marriage? Yeah, she's going to give you different point of views. Good for you, but I think the friends should be mutual. If let's say Kyle's female friends are friends with his wife, I feel like, that's different. And I do have females of the opposite, like a best friend who's female, this and that, and I still think guys shouldn't be allowed to. I just find it to be wrong, where most guys will fail, and we know that. Not all guys, but most of us will fail. Kyle, do you disagree with that?
What?
Yeah.
I do, because
that most guys will fail. Not you. I'm not saying I'm talking about most guys.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. It's sad, but yeah.
It's sad, but that's like the reality.
But then again, no, I don't.
You don't think most guys would fail?
No.
So if you was in the locker room, you're saying you would be able to find more guys that would respect their marriage in a locker room. Keep it 100. More guys that would respect it than that would disrespect it if they had an opportunity and no one would know about it.
That's cap, Carl. That's cap, G. Lads are hopping on that no hezzy. Are you crazy? Trust me. And that goes, listen, and that goes for women too. Listen, I'm not gonna put women aside, because some dudes will say that, they'll be like, to their female friends, it should have been you I married. You know what I'm saying? No, you know what I mean? I've heard people say this. I'm like, yo, you out of line, homie. What do you mean?
That's extremely out of line. We had somebody who commented, somebody named Curly, who said with demisexuals, they only really sleep with people they have a connection with. With guys, you could just see something that's fine and there's no connection there, but you're gonna make a connection in your head. Yeah. and now you can have sex with that person. Female is not that easy. A female normally needs to have a connection. I'm not saying always, because I've known females who need no connection, but I think a majority of them need a connection. Guys, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think they need a connection, because at the end of the day, men can just smash a chick without having any feelings and just keep it moving, right? It's like, you're right. Like, for them, it has to be like a connection. They can just go, okay, yeah. Again, like you said, some do, but for the most part, yeah, that connection has to be there. If not, it's not really. But they'll be quick to put you on that friend zone, though. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I'm rocking with that.
Wait, let me reel Kyle back in, because I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna want to ask you this question, Kyle.
Anyways, all right, let's go.
All right, what is it that you feel you bring to the table?
What I bring to the table?
Yes, to your wife. What do you bring to that table?
To be honest, I never thought about it. I don't look at it like that.
What do you mean by that?
So when I say I don't look at it like that, because the way I'm thinking about it now, it's like, what do I bring to the table? That's almost like looking kind of selfish. It's like, at this point, it's kind of like we just feed off each other. So when I say feed off each other, it's like, okay, like, if one notices one is weaker, okay, they're gonna pick up the slack there, and then, you know, like, we have our strengths and weaknesses, but the other picks up the weakness for the other. Okay. I don't know, like, and I've never thought to myself, oh, that's what I bring to the table. Like, nah, because I'm about we, not me. So, yeah, like, this, I got nothing, man.
Rex, do you have anything?
Me?
What you would bring to the table? Like, all right, if you see someone you want to get with them, what do you feel you bring to that table?
Just my protection, what I can provide, you know, my resources, you know what I mean? Whatever wisdom I have to you know, help the relationship grow a bit. Really just those three, really, to be honest. Again, I'm bachelor out here. But what about yourself?
Like Kyle said, I do feel I'm a we person. I think my wife would even echo this. What I feel I bring to the table is I help her see things to a different perspective, where she may feel like she's right about a situation that's kind of toxic, and I'll help her see, not that she's wrong, but where she can correct that, and it will be completely different than what she's receiving. And she'll oftentimes say how valuable that is to her. So I feel like I help her get a different perspective. Kyle said weakness and strengths. That's my strength. So I feel like I bring that completion to her, where she's weak there, I'm strong there. I feel like I also bring I'm receptive, where she can show me where I'm wrong, and I will receive that. Like, okay, you know what? I can see where I did wrong. Like, I should have complimented her. You know, she tried to throw it on and I didn't say anything. So I feel like I'm able to see where I play a role in her esteem. So I feel like I bring, I take confidence because of who I am, but I feel she's going to help me be able to only give her esteem opposed to take it from her. You know, I want her to better herself. So I'll point out things I feel like helps the relationship. I feel like those are the things I bring to the table, where everything else, any other guy can do that. So it's like, what is it that other guys can't do? I don't think every guy would be that patient to try to work on their, you know, that's my girl. So at the end of the day, that's my job. So I feel like that, and I know Kyle don't like that word, that's my job. It's, to me, the hardest job. You know what I'm saying? You're trying
100%.
to, that is the toughest. So I love it. Like, that's a job I feel like I want to hold for the rest of my life. So I just feel like those are the things I bring. Like, she's holding it down right now financially. That's one of the little things she brings. She brings so many other things, but, like, you know, the typical things guys bring, I don't really, security, okay. But it's not that she really need it, like, right now. But the other things guys bring, every guy bring that. So it's like, that's why I asked y'all, just so y'all could think about it, because y'all bring more than y'all think. Y'all just thinking about the basics.
True.
And Kyle, you tell me this, is the little things. So those are things that's being brought to the table. It's being conscious of the little things, like you tell me. So that's something you bring, where you're thinking of that. Most people aren't retrospective. They don't think like that. So
I got you.
I gotta ask y'all one more question though, since we have time. Rick, if you was married and your wife were to cheat on you, how would you handle that situation? Would you forgive her? Let's say you would forgive her or wouldn't forgive her. How long would any of this that you're gonna do take time? Like if you would stay with her, forgive her, would it take forever? If you would leave her, would you leave her after a while? Would you try to make it work? Like, go into detail a little bit. If she cheated on you, that's the only information we have.
I couldn't forgive her. No. Because like for you to cheat, it meant there was something I wasn't doing at home, which you probably didn't communicate with me what that was. So that means you checked out months ago. So now you went and found somebody else. You got feelings for them. You built a connection with them. It goes deep. That would linger in my mind forever. So I can't. I just can't. That's me. I can't do it. It would linger in my mind for a long time. To even just forgive. Yeah, no, I can't. Like I said, it's let me know what I'm not doing so I can work on it. But in terms of, can I forgive her? No, I can't. That's me though. Like I said, because you checked out months ago, and then from then you have put in time, build a connection with the person. There's feelings involved. Like it wasn't just a smash and whatever. Like nah, I can't.
Would you divorce her? Would you divorce her?
Yeah, I can stay. Yeah, 100%.
Oh wow! I need to hear how a married man thinks.
So, but my mindset is different, man. I think it's I'm 10 years deep in this. Two, I also think it's like the football mindset, for sure. Like, there's no such thing as quit, whatever it takes, It's easy to get a divorce. It's easy to just wash your hands. But if it was easy, everybody would do it. So you asked me 10 years ago, 8 years ago, like, it's over. Like, radio silence. What's that? Side swipe delete, for sure. But now, it's way deeper than that. What was the point of me getting married and taking my wedding vows if I knew I was going to quit that easy, But again, if it's boyfriend and girlfriend, it's like, okay. But for me, married, like, no, like there's so much. Like, first of all, it's gonna mess with my kids if I get a divorce. So if my wife were to cheat on me, I'm G-checking myself, first of all, because if she's cheating on me, that's letting me know that I was lacking on something and I didn't even notice what I was lacking on. I'm looking at, okay, what did I stop doing that made you go look out there when I'm right here for you? You know what I mean? So for me, yeah, I have to, man. Because at the end of the day, once you have that first kid, it's no longer about you. Like, you the pips, they Gladys. So, because that separation, that's going to ruin your kids. Because when it happens, they're not going to get it. But then when they're older, they start to understand it. Then, there's going to be like that delegated hate. And I'm not trying to break up the family like that, because family is the most important thing. Because when you're down and out, or, you just need a shoulder to lean on, whatever, like, they're supposed to have your back. But I feel like if that divorce comes in, that's not going to be like that. It may at the end of the day, but it's the moment, no. And I don't have time for that. No, like I said, I'll check myself, first of all. It'd be tough, for sure. Like, that's not something that you just roll over and it's like, okay, I forgive you. But like this, I would study this like I was supposed to study in university. That's what I would do. Because it's like, if I'm taking my vows as serious and be like, you know what, like, this is to the end. We need to figure everything out. Like, everything they got, I would try it. And also, it's a lot of soul searching too for myself, because I got to know that, okay, I said I'm going to forgive you and we're going to work through this. At no point can I bring that up. No. Because if I'm saying, we're going to work through this and we're going to make it work and I forgive you, leave it right there then. Because you keep bringing that up, bringing it up, you didn't forgive it. Because if you did, what's the point of bringing it up all the time? What are you trying to do? Like, the person knows they did it, So that's just me. But again, if you asked me 10 or 8 years ago, I would definitely give you a different answer for sure. like I said, everybody's ready for a wedding, but not everybody's ready for a marriage. Like everybody wants to get dressed, drink, party, but if there's a financial crisis or you have your first kid and you guys are just working on fumes, how tired you are and nerve, like you guys butt heads, and then you kind of think, like just things that can get worked through, but people are quick to be like, oh, you know what, like no. There's a lot of true tests that happen in the marriage. You just have to be cognizant to be like, oh, this is one of them. Let's see how we work through this, I don't know. But no, I wouldn't.
June, what about you?
I will say I used to think the way you think, Rex. I used to agree with that, where if you cheated on me, I feel like you mentally checked out, and I wouldn't. And I'll say this was before when I was just dating my wife. But after I got married, like Kyle said, I would definitely do some soul searching, and I would live in it for a little bit. Because to be honest, I would know it was something I did that led her astray. And I even know if, let's say my wife was to cheat on me now, I do know I've been neglecting her. I haven't been giving her the time she deserves. I know she deserves way more time than I give her. She holds it down. Like when she comes from work, she's watching G for me so I can get things done. She's holding me down. So there's times I need to give her more affirming words, and I just need to do more. So I would definitely take a look at that, like, dang, I did that bad as a husband that she felt she needed attention elsewhere, where I'm supposed to be giving her the most attention, and she felt like, you're not. So we're normally neglecting our women, whether it's for work, it's something that we have to do, we neglect them. So if she feel like now I'm not receiving it, and she's being in her mind direct to you, but they sometimes they speak passively, you didn't catch it, you're not catching it, months are going by, and she feel like she's telling you, but you're not really getting it because you want to directly hear you're failing our marriage. That's what you want to hear, but she's telling you it in other ways. That's kind of on you. That's not really on her. Like, yeah, she shouldn't cheat, but as guys, you also know when we see something we want, we'll get it. So you're sending her out in the real world like hurt because she tried to throw it on for you. You didn't even compliment her. Now this guy, oh, she looked different today. Of course he's noticing. He smells that perfume. He knows she smells different. So he's complimenting. She's like, oh my God, he noticed. Like my husband didn't even notice. So I would stay with my wife. Like if she cheated on me, I'm sorry, I couldn't leave her. I wouldn't leave her, and divorce is not an option.
The other thing I was gonna say was,
okay,
someone, like for me, it could be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna make it work now, but say the partner is like, well, actually, no, like I did this because I'm done. I guess that's a different topic, but man.
But do you think you shouldn't still pursue because they said that? You think you should just let it go? Like, you know what?
But if they're adamant, they're like, yo, like I'm done with this. Like what? Then you're trying to fit a triangle piece into a circle. That's not gonna work.
I just know I've heard. I wanted you to still, even though I was saying this, I wanted you to fight for the relationship. I've heard. I've been told that, and it's like, what? I thought it was rap, and it's like, no, I wanted you to fight for it, and it's like,
I know for myself, like I'm gonna get everything I got, like everything. So there's only one way out of this marriage.
But like. Here, this is a quick reverse question. Now, let's say, God forbid, you ended up cheating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you even try to stay with her, or would you just tell her I cheated and it's a wrap? I'm out.
I wouldn't even, because I know how serious marriage is, and I don't want to go too deep to my private life, but like I wouldn't play around with that, with the cheating thing while I'm married. Like, nah.
That's why I asked you a hypothetical. I get what you're saying. I'm saying, hypothetically speaking, if you did cheat, would you just tell her, you know what, since I cheated, I'm out of the relationship, I'm out, you go your way? Or would you try to make it work if you like regretted what you did? You got like 30 seconds.
Remember, if I cheat, I'm just dead busting that rest. That's it. I'm not trying to get with Shorty, you know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to build with her. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? So like that's me. But again, I know it's a hypothetical, but yeah, again, I know myself anyways. There's no feelings involved. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to connect with this person or nothing like that. It's just like, all right, I'm out. And then, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess I would want to, but I would understand if she wanted to leave. I
You
get
know-
it. I get it.
What he sounding like